2019. Stay hydrated. Hey, what's up, you guys? Welcome back to my channel. I'm so happy to be back. Woo, woo. And you wonder why my hair looks like this? It's because I'm gonna show you guys how I stretch my fussy natural hair, okay? Stay tuned for the video. But I'm going to start with the least effective, and the least effective to me is the banding method. And the reason I said this is because if I have a photo, I'm gonna post an example in the video, but I'm also gonna show you what the banding method is. So the banding method is definitely, I'm gonna show you from the front. So the banding method is this elastic hair, and you have to make sure that you're not using scrunchies, elastics, or no slip, what you call these. It mustn't have any metal on the band. That will prevent snagging on the hair, okay guys? It doesn't have to be braided, but if you want it to be effective, you can braid. Braid may take, if you're doing this directly out of the shower, braiding probably is gonna take long for it to dry. But for my hair, I love to stretch my hair on dry hair. I get better results. So with banding my hair, here's what I do. I take the scrunchie and I go as if I'm going to put that in a pony. And I'm going to go straight down the shaft of the hair, of the ponytail, basically. And you take that and you do it pretty tight because you're trying to get it stretched. And then if you still have hair left, you take another one and you start where that one stopped and you keep going all the way down. And you can do that for pretty much all of your styles. If you use this banding method, there's two types of banding methods. You can do it straight down the shaft of the section, or straight down the section if you choose to, or you can do it this way. And you can, this is gonna take a lot more scrunchies, by the way. So you can do one pony, then you can do another pony midway or sort of midway. This is the way some people do it. And this is the way that I usually do it on my wash and go. That way you don't really mess up the curl. And of course, you gotta get one to the end. But if you're doing it for a wash and go, you don't wanna take it all the way to the end because you want your curls to be defined there, okay? So this is what we do. You do one here, and maybe one up in here so that your ends could still be out, so you get the most effective stretch for a wash and go. Now, these are the most common ways I feel people stretch their hair. Now, most effective out of the two, I would use the one where I go straight down, okay? So that is the banding method. Anybody wanted to know? That's just how you do it, okay? So now you can do your braiding method. My hair is already braided, and the braiding method with ties, you can do this out of the shower, and I got this tip from the Chic Natural. And if you do this in the shower and you do this and you go a day and you take this out, your hair is legit stretched, by the way. So my hair is like this now, so I'm going to show you how it's done. Pretty much it's your hair in a pony, section by section, right? Be careful not to do it too tight. I feel like banding my hair sometimes causes breakage in this area if you pull it too tight in that area. So pretty much that is the section. The reason for the scrunchie to the root is to allow your roots to stay flat. So my hair is this way, straight around. Straight around. I just wrap them up to go to bed, really. So that is my hair straight around. All right, so this is how it's parted. So you guys can see, and to me, this is very, very effective. So the least effective to me to say to get that straight stretch look would be the banding method. I don't think with the banding method your hair can be like almost practically straight, you know, to get all the kinks out. Unless you're doing it extremely, extremely tight. Maybe with the braiding band, you know. There's also another method called the braid and pin. Okay, so my hair is out, and now I'm gonna try the braid and pin method. And to me, this is effective, but for me, my hair, I can't really pull on my hair going back like that, because if I do that, my edges tend to tear away. So for me, I'm gonna have to take this braid, and this is for me with weak edges. I can't pull that back like that because that right there doesn't pull it. So I'm gonna have to take it down this way and pull back this way and pin, right? And you're gonna take that other one, and then you take that, and then you bring that one over. And you could also bring it back this way if you choose, but I take that one over and you pin. You just pretty much pin your hair in different ways. So to get the most effective, to get it to be most effective, you take it, take this, you pin. Take this, you pin. That way, once you've completed all of the pinning, you get a finished braided pin flat look. And you know what that is effective for? If you're a person who wears wigs, that would be ideal. So if you want to stretch your hair while you're wearing your wig, that's the best way. This way is not really that effective. I'm supposed to be going in order, but that didn't work. And once you come out of the shower, or if your hair is already dried, I've seen some people do this, but I don't think this is that effective. All right, so let me show you guys how people do the Bantu knot method. You can do it in smaller sections if you choose to, right? You can take the section and you can do a Bantu knot. So that is a Bantu knot you can use to stretch your hair. And actually, if you do this method, if your hair is already practically stretched and you want it to be kept stretched along with a style, this is actually a really good way to have an effective style as well as stretching your hair at the same time. So that's a good tip. So you have one way you want to wear your wigs and you're stretching, one way you want to just take it down and wear a style. So you have different ways that you can stretch your hair. It's not only one way. And of course, if you want to use heat, that's up to you. A quick method, if you're in a rush, you can use the blow dryer and stretch out your hair on medium heat. Use a heat protectant just in case. You know, it's not only one way that you can stretch your hair, because I get a lot of DMs on this. And people tend to not know how to stretch their hair. And I'm like, when you braid your hair down for a sew-in and you take that sew-in out, or if you braid your hair down for your cap and you take that cap, the braids out, wouldn't your hair be stretched? Exactly. So it's pretty much the same routine, the same technique. If you choose to do it that way or you choose to do it a different way, it doesn't really matter. But if you're looking for effective stretch methods to wear it in a twist out, I would much rather these ways here. But either way, so there's another way that people stretch their hair, and this way I'm not going to show you because I don't have the thread, but I'm going to show you a picture. There is the African threading method, and a lot of times they go straight down the shaft of the hair with thread, and I think it's either nylon, plastic, or like it's not cotton so that it doesn't break the hair, thread, and they go straight down the shaft of the hair with the thread. I know this girl named La Winter on Instagram, and she has her own YouTube channel. She does the threading method a lot, to stretch her hair, and really and truly it works wonders for her. And I think that would be the most effective method to stretch your hair. If you're looking for like a blowout stretch, the African threading method works. I'm not saying the other ways won't work. I'm not saying that they won't work for a twist out, but I can guarantee you that they work. So those are 5 effective ways that you can stretch your hair. It doesn't really matter, honestly. I'm about to do a style in my hair right now, and you'll see that in the next video. I'm about to do a style in my hair right now, a flat twist out. Now, stretching your hair for 4C hair, I think it's up to you and the look that you want. But the most bouncy, flexible twist outs that I've had was when my hair was stretched. Braid out, stretched. Twist out, stretched. Whenever my hair is wet and I do my hair directly out of the shower into like a twist out or something, it's very, very shrunken, and I'm not really enjoying my results because it's hard for me to, I guess, it'll look defined, but to pick it out, it doesn't have that same effect as when my hair is really, really stretched. So I'm gonna do a style now, and I'm happy you guys came to this video, and don't forget to share it, like it, subscribe. Y'all gonna see me here much more often. I love you guys, and that is how I stretch my hair. And also comment down below, you guys, if you have different ways that you stretch your hair. If you have different ways, I'm here to learn as well. So if you have different ways, I'd like to try them. If they're effective for you, I'd like to try them, especially those ways that does not pull on your edges, because y'all know this might cry every video. So yeah, drop some comments down below and let me know some ways that you guys stretch your hair so that way I can try your methods. Bye guys.